I've never seen this plum tree flower. This is the first time I've ever seen this. And I don't have anything that can pollinate this. I have some Italian plums back there. I think they're called Dawson plums or something, but they're not even close to flowering, so I guess no plums. Maybe I'll plant another plum tree. But I have several pawpaw trees that are going to flower this year. See that? That's going to be a flower, right? That. See these the little nubbins? See that? That's going to be one. So this tree is sort of large enough that it could hold some fruit. You know, it's a little under 6 foot or something. And it's the oldest tree that I have. Now, one problem that I have is that you can't, you need another pawpaw tree to pollinate, right? And the only other trees that I have that are going to flower this year are super tiny. Yeah, they're super tiny. We don't really want them to have let me go show you. Here's a pawpaw, and it's like not even, it might be 2 feet tall. It definitely can't hold fruit, but if you see right there, that's going to be a flower. Now I could use that flower to cross-pollinate the bigger pawpaw tree, and I might do that. I gotta go home for a bit. I don't know if it'll be ready. Really that important? God, my yard's a mess. It is. It's not really that important because you know, I want the trees to grow more. So if I have no fruit this year and I have fruit next year, that's fine. The little tiny 2-foot tree, I don't know if it'll flower next year. Sometimes when you put pawpaws in the ground the very next year, you'll get flowers, you know, but it's an immature tree. It really shouldn't, you know, how would you have, you'd have to lay the fruit on something to grow it. Tree's too small. But I do have this other tree that is about, the root system's the same age as the bigger tree. Here, check this out. This pawpaw here is the same age as the one that's a little under 6 foot, but I ran over it with a mower. So it has a great root system, but it's not as tall. My suspicion is that this one will flower next year. So I will have pawpaws next year. I got a lot of, I have another pawpaw tree that I planted last year that is doing that flowering thing too. Check it out. Pawpaw trees, they're not going to fruit until they're right around 6 foot. You might see them fruit. You could have a fruiting tree at 5 foot, but there's no reason for a young tree like this is only 2 feet tall. You know, if even. I'm not even so sure it's 2 feet tall. I put it in last year, and for some reason, sometimes when you put them in, it's got, you know, the root system on this tree, this is a Shenandoah, it's a graft, so the root system on this tree is much older than the top portion, you know what I'm saying? So maybe the root system, when you put them in, sometimes it's sending the signal to flower, but it really shouldn't. See right there? Those are buds that we're gonna have flowers on this little tiny one, you know? It's fucking weird that they do that. It's awesome though. I can pollinate my bigger tree. This tree's too young to flower. This is another, if I have flowers here and I can get pollen off of them, you know, I'm gonna go up there and I'll have pawpaws this year. But if not, I'll wait until next year. There's nothing I can do. I got plenty of pawpaw trees. I have 25, 6, something, maybe 27, I don't know. Something. They're $10 a pound. This is gonna flower. This is a type of plum tree. It's about to flower. What is this, a Dawson or something? Damson. It's a damson plum. I assume that a damson would pollinate that, I think that California plum, I would imagine. But it's so far away too. I mean, shit. 250, 300 feet away from the one that's really flowering right now.